So this is how to play the game Preppin. Got a box here. That's what the back looks like. Let's see. There's also a rule book inside. Put that to the side. And inside will be some cards. Okay. So you'll notice that the backs are different colored. So when you open them, put all the same colors together. It's black backed. There are red backed. Let's see. Blue backed. And tan backed. Okay. So put those together. Okay. There's also family marker cards, which will be perforated on a card kind of like this. You just pull them apart. It'll be six on a card. Just like that. Okay? And put player 2s over here. And this will be player 1s. Now to start, we take, let's see here, 2 shelter cards per person. 1, 2. Place them face up. 2 water cards. 1, 2. 1 and 2. And 2 food cards. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Then we're going to shuffle the remaining cards. Okay. And then we're going to look at the disaster cards, which are the black backed. And we're going to look at the color splashes that they have in the front. So, of course, red goes with red. So, take all the red ones, put them there. Take all the yellow ones, put them there. And the green ones will go here. Okay. You can also shuffle those a bit. Okay. Alright, now we're going to arrange cards here. Just to keep everything organized. Just soup over here. Just like that. Got 2 water over here. And 2 shelters. Okay, now to start, you're going to ask who is better prepared for the oncoming apocalypse. Since there's only me, I'll go first. So on your turn, you're going to choose how many family markers will stay in the shelter protected from the disasters, which will affect both players, and who will go out to, there's a city pile, a rural pile, and a suburb pile, to gather supplies. So I'm going to choose, since I have 2 shelter cards here, to place, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to place 1 and 2 in the shelter. Now I can pick 4 cards from any of these piles here. So let's see, I'll probably need more shelter cards, so I'm going to pick from there. So this person will go out to the city to gather a shelter card. Take a look, it's a shelter card. So I'll put that right there. Next person will go out, and let's say I need more water. We'll go gather some more water, okay? Next person out, get some food here. Okay, this is an event card. Has an E on the corner there. It says steal. Drawing player takes 2 random surplus cards from another player of choice. Well, player 2 doesn't have any surplus cards, which would have an S instead, so we'll just discard that one. And last one, we'll go for another one of these. Okay, this is what a surplus card looks like. It's got an S on the corner. This card, being a surplus card, will be a card that you want to hold on to and not let your opponent see. It has a label, walkie-talkie of course, and then it says auto bunker or +2 food, +2 water versus event. This means that you can use this instead of using these resources here versus an event that will come up, which is going to happen right now. So at the end of my turn, I have to discard 1 food and 1 water so I can feed all my family. So I will probably hold on to this for now, and I'll discard 1 food and 1 water. So discard 1 food and 1 water. Now it's player 2's turn. Player 2 is going to put 1, 2 here and draw 4 cards. Okay, pick the first one. There's another surplus card. So I'll hold on to that. I'll go for another one here. It's a solar radio, another thing. Okay, go for some food. Let's try that. Generator, okay. And another food. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to discard, again, 1 food and 1 water. That's called upkeep, and that's also an event. So instead of discarding that, you could use one of your surplus cards, which is an event, if you didn't want to discard the water, you could use the compass or what have you. But since player 2 is the last person to go, that means they get to choose the disaster that will affect everybody on the board. This is a light disaster, which would be the green pile, medium disaster, which is yellow, and like extreme disaster, which is red. Since there's a lot of people outside of the shelters and don't want your people to get killed, player 2 is going to opt for taking this card here, which is the small disaster. So take a look at it, and it's an economic collapse. So it says -2 water, -2 food. So this affects everyone. So I'm going to go first at discarding 2 food and 2 water. So instead of discarding these cards, I will discard this one instead. So this will take care of -2 food and -3 water because it says +2, +2 versus event. And this is an event. So that's good for him, player 1. Now player 2 has to discard 2 food and 2 water. Since he doesn't want to discard that, he only has 1 water left, so he'll discard the 1 water and then the 2 food. Okay, now the economic collapse can be discarded. Now it is player 2's turn to go first, and then player 1 will pick the disaster. Okay, so doesn't have any more of that. So there's only 2 possible spots, but this turn I'm going to take these guys out and draw 6 cards instead. So you have to decide that on the beginning of your turn, whether you want to shelter them or have them go collect supplies. So I'm going to send this guy out for shelter. It's a gasifier truck. Let's see, number 2, gas mask. Number 3, Geiger counter. Number 4, soup. Number 5, let's get some water here. Okay. And number 6. Oh, okay. Now this is an event that says Survivor, drawing player +1 family marker. You can only hold up to 6, which is the maximum for this this game. So you're just going to go ahead and discard this. If you had been missing one because they died or something else happened to them, you draw another one back in. But Okay. And now discard food and water will happen. Since there's no water, he will go ahead and use this instead, which is +1 water, +1 shelter, +1 food. Now the shelter doesn't apply because there's not any minuses for shelter right now. And this will work for the event right now, which is the upkeep event. Okay, so if you did not have a food and water, you would lose 1 family marker per each. Okay, so player 1's turn. Okay, now this is the beginning of his turn. Going ahead and put this guy here. Now 3 people are in the bunker, in the shelter. Okay, and he's going to go ahead and draw, let's see. Oh, okay, so this guy's got the gamma ray burst. Okay, all players must discard all surplus cards. Well, player 1 doesn't have any surplus cards, but player 2 has a lot. So all of these get discarded. Okay. Okay. And it's blue. Okay. Next one will go out, get some food. And next one will go out and get some shelter here. Oh, okay. So this is another event. It says drawing player -1 surplus card at random. Player 1 doesn't have a surplus card, so that one gets discarded. And we are at the food and water upkeep. So that's done. And now I'm going to pick a disaster. Now for this one, go ahead and pick the large disaster because 3 of my people are in a shelter, which they're relatively safe, and all 6 are out that way. Okay, so this is a pole reversal, and it has -3 water, -2 family markers, and -4 food. It's going to wipe out a lot of people, but that's good for me because the second player will lose a lot of stuff. So 2 family markers go to discard. 2 of mine go to discard here. 4 food, don't have 4 food, so whatever food you do have, go to discard, and whatever water you have will go to discard. Okay. Okay. Now, this will be player 2 again. Alright, decides that he wants to put 1 in and go draw 3. Draw soup. Second one. Okay. It's a forage card. Draw 2 cards from any area pile. This is a surplus card, so you can hold on to that. And we'll try for water here. Okay, so water. And it's the end of that turn. Water here. And play will continue like that until there's only 1 player alive. The only other thing that hasn't come up yet is, let's see, is this thing here, which is called an auto bunker. An auto bunker helps you if you have open shelter cards, you have this in your hand, say you're player 2, and just before the disaster is chosen, you can play this auto bunker card. So auto bunker, you can play like that, and that brings all your people that have been out foraging back in to the shelters before the actual one. But you have to play it before the disaster is chosen. So that's pretty much it. That's it.